I just said, oh boy. Oh, never just a minute. Cancer.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Texans. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team who just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And at quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
Remember when the conversation was, is Joe Flacco elite? Well, at one point, he was elite enough to not only win a Super Bowl, but be named the MVP of that game. And for a time, one of the top-paid quarterbacks in the league. Not bad for a young man who transferred to Delaware from Pitt while in college. This guy has had a great career. Not many chances now to lead an offense, but still capable if put on the field.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, Flacco. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there.
there trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And pass complete to Moore. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Desmond King deep for Houston. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. Leading them out, a 2-year starter at Ohio State and 2nd overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Room here to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 22 and a 1st down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all living on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the 1st, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. A give up the middle to Singletary. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Marking down at the 9. 45 yards rushing for them on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Singletary. Touchdown, Houston. first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They will start this drive. Comes loose. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle and able to get this to the 31.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 31, here's the 2nd down and 6. Here's Stroud. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Stroud on 3rd down now. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Let's go now.
Play action. Stroud now. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. Here's 3rd and quite a ways. Flacco. This short pass into the hands of Njoku will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Let a little clear out, hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. On the return, it's King. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking. There he goes, left side. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 120 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down the one. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Fairbairn good for the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And some space here. Now he's loose again. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Singletary on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Browns set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack. and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Throw left side complete. That's Ford. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's King. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Texans will take over. Let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing. Okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Stroud sets up the play action. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Play action. Here's Stroud. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Stroud now on 4th down. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down, and this is going to wind up being not just a conversion, but the field as well. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Stroud will look to throw once more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Stroud off the play fake. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Ready, set.
On the bootleg, Stroud. That is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Devin Singletary on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment. But welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Again, they turn to Ford. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Flacco off play action. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Singletary to get the drive started. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Stroud to throw it. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not, and right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick it away. Back over now to the Houston Texans. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. As Stroud now to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Collins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 88 yards. And the Texans have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive a touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it is 42-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Here's Flacco. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
First down, Cleveland.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Denzel Perryman with a sack. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd down, Flacco now. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Stroud. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Personal foul, unnecessary running, defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a toss to Singletary running to the left. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Singletary. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Texans continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Here's Flacco. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. 7 yards there and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Flacco to throw again on second down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first. A premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're the momentum going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Boy, 196 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Singletary on the toss play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll toss this right side to Singletary. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Stroud. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93%. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now a 2nd and 10. One last gasp for Flacco. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. And if you do subscribe, let me know in the comment section. Thanks. Peace.